What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, February 16th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 11-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the point guard position. At the point guard position, I've got a value play for you here. I like Kemba Walker from the New York Knicks playing the Brooklyn Nets, who have the 11th worst defense overall. They give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Kemba Walker has averaged 23.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 26 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. He's projected at 22.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's just about 5 times value. He's $4,600 DraftKings salary, $100 less on FanDuel. And Kemba Walker has scored 27, 29, and 20 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 25, 25, and 22 minutes. He also scored 20 and 31 fantasy points in his last 2 games versus the Nets. So I like Kemba Walker as a value play here versus the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the San Antonio Spurs, who have the 9th worst defense overall. They give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards, and Josh Giddey has averaged 33.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 22% usage rate. Now, I'm not sure if he's overpriced on FanDuel I'm not sure if he's overpriced on DraftKings or just underpriced on FanDuel, but he's projected at 33.1 fantasy points here tonight, even though I think he can score 40 fantasy points or more and get you 5 times value or more. He's $8,300 DraftKings salary, but he's $1,100 less on FanDuel. So I love that FanDuel price. Josh Giddey has scored 63, 43, and 26 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 38, 32, and 23 minutes. So I like Josh Giddey, especially on FanDuel here versus the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I got another value play for you. I like Horton Tucker from the LA Lakers playing the Utah Jazz, who have a good defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing small forwards. Horton Tucker has averaged 20.3 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 26 minutes per game with a 19% usage rate. He's projected at 20.1 fantasy points here tonight, but I think he can score 25 fantasy points or more and get you over 5 times value. He's $4,300 DraftKings salary, and he's $300 less on FanDuel. So I like that price on both sites. Vegas thinks there's going to be 227 points scored in this game, and Horton Tucker has scored 36, 30, and 21 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 29, 23, and 29 minutes. So I like Horton Tucker here versus the Utah Jazz. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Kelden Johnson from the San Antonio Spurs playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the third worst defense overall. They give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Kelden Johnson has averaged 28 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. He's projected at 28.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's $5,700 DraftKings salary, 100 more on FanDuel, and Kelden Johnson has scored 21, 25, and 43 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 31, 32, and 32 minutes. So I like Kelden Johnson here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, moving on to the center position. Here's a good mid-range play for you. He's been on fire. Hopefully that fire doesn't go out here tonight. I like Steven Adams from the Memphis Grizzlies playing the Portland Trailblazers, who have the 10th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing centers. Steven Adams has averaged 26.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 26 minutes per game with a 13% usage rate. He's projected at 25.4 fantasy points here tonight. I think he can score 28 fantasy points or more, get you 5 times value or more. He's $5,400 DraftKings salary, but he's $1,500 more on FanDuel. So if I'm going to play Steven Adams, I'm going to play him on DraftKings. And Steven Adams has scored 41, 42, and 44 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 31, 15, and 26 minutes. Now this is a back-to-back, but he's just been putting up monster numbers. Doesn't matter how many minutes he's been playing. He's been scoring 40 plus fantasy points, and it's a pretty decent matchup here. So I like Steven Adams on DraftKings here versus the Portland Trailblazers. Now, if you don't want to go with Steven Adams, you've got guys like Clint Capella, Brandon Clark, and even Jared Vanderbilt. Those guys are all around the same salary, and they're all on back-to-backs, but they're all in good spots for a low price tag. But I think out of those guys, I think I like Steven Adams the most, but it looks like Jared Vanderbilt would be my favorite FanDuel play. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.